This is The Scoop for Tuesday.
I'm Juanita Hurtado Huérfano with the WMNF News headlines. Tampa officials are making changes to Ybor City that they hope will help slow traffic after a driver killed 4 people in the area in November. WMNF's Chris Young reports officials presented changes to the Tampa City Council last week for the pedestrian-heavy entertainment district.
City officials plan to reduce the speed limit from 30 to 25 miles per hour on 7th Avenue, install traffic barriers, and introduce additional street parking and bus stop lanes to narrow the street approaching Ybor. They will also continue converting 7th Avenue to bricks. The ideas were sparked after a community town hall on safety in Ybor. Councilmember Lynn Hertak suggested dropping the speed limit even more, from 30 to 20 miles per hour.
Ybor just has so many pedestrians that I think we should normalize going slow. I mean, the bricks help, but I think if we really normalize it in that neighborhood, spreading it out through the rest of the residential area would be easier.
The bus stop and street parking are set to come in the next couple of weeks. The changes come after a driver fleeing law enforcement crashed into the nightclub Bradley's on 7th in November and killed 4. Chris Young, WMNF News.
Tampa leaders held a hearing last week about the devastating impacts of extreme weather in the state. WMNF's Leah Burdick reports that residents share their personal stories to help create more sustainable solutions.
Around 20 residents shared firsthand experience of dealing with extreme weather in Florida. Tanner Lloyd, a Tampa resident, said his apartment complex faced structural damage.
I remember feeling overwhelmed by the damage and worried about the replacement costs. And that's still something that we're seeing today with the car insurance, home insurance, utility bills, all on the rise because of one thing, and that's extreme weather. I also feel frustrated there's so much denial in the current administration about climate change.
He said restoring natural barriers and implementing sustainable development policies could help protect communities against intense weather. Rick Cole is a St. Pete Beach resident who lost more than 80% of his belongings, including his car.
We're living in a very dangerous time when it comes to climate, especially here in Florida. We need to be monitoring our coastline.
Mayor Jane Castor said the city has been working on infrastructure upgrades to prepare for future storms. But residents are concerned about rising electric bills and what they describe as a lack of awareness about climate change among higher levels of government. For WMNF News, I'm Leah Burdick.
A state worker was fired last year after a private post in social media regarding Charlie Kirk's death. She is now suing the state. Brittany Brown was working at the time for the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. Her post was seen by a right-wing account and reposted in another platform with her professional LinkedIn profile. Then it went viral. According to the Florida Phoenix, Brown was later fired by the agency under violations to their zero-tolerance policy towards the promotion of violence and hate. She is now asking the state to reinstate her, pay compensatory damages for missing wages, and impose punitive damages as well. Brown's case rests on First Amendment grounds, arguing her post never called for further violence, nor was it meant to go viral. The ACLU is backing her case, arguing her termination was due to unconstitutional viewpoint discrimination. The federal government is moving to strip the citizenship of former North Miami Mayor Philippe Bien-Aimé. According to the Tampa Bay Times, the move comes from a larger Trump administration campaign to prosecute immigrants who obtain U.S. citizenship fraudulently. The federal authorities claim Bien-Aimé arrived in the U.S. with his photo on someone else's passport, and that he had a 2000 deportation order under his original name, but that instead of going back to Haiti, he filed a naturalization application 5 years later when he married a U.S. citizen. Today, it will be cool and sunny with evening highs in the 60s. Tonight, it will be mostly clear with lows in the 40s. And tomorrow, it will be sunny nearing low 70s. I'm Juanita Hurtado Huérfano with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop.
Recorded at WMNF Tampa.